Hello and welcome, I am Lily, and if you've spent much time around here, you know that I'm not really a big fan of nutrition supplements. The vast majority of the time, they are pretty much just a waste of money, and they give people poor excuses to eat junk food, and in many cases, the supplements just don't do what they claim, or they end up making your health worse. However, on a vegan diet, or I guess realistically on any type of diet, given the current quality, or lack thereof, of widely available food, we can find ourselves in a bit of a nutrient pickle. Some nutrients can be difficult to get enough of on any type of diet, but since we choose not to eat animals, we are automatically held to a higher health standard than everyone else. So it pays to make sure that all of your nutrient bases are covered before you feel fatigued for 45 seconds after a workout and 87 newly self-appointed internet nutritionists diagnose you with a protein deficiency. So, here goes, some supplements to consider on a vegan diet. B12. I've made a couple of other really informative videos on B12 and the importance of responsible supplementation, so please watch those if you want more of a depth of information. A lot of people, not just vegans, are B12 deficient, so regular supplementation is wise. And unless you're one of those few unlucky individuals who are in fact allergic to B12 supplements, regular, lower doses of B12 aren't gonna hurt you. I recommend using a vegan, of course, methyl or cyanocobalamin sublingual spray or lozenge that will give you around 1,000 micrograms of B12 per dose. You can take that a few times a week. If you have a confirmed B12 deficiency, or if you have symptoms of a B12 deficiency, higher doses more often in the form of sublingual supplements or even injections can help remedy that situation faster. The second supplement that some people on a plant-based diet may want to consider taking is DHA. I am very much of the educated opinion that it is totally possible to get all the DHA precursor fatty acids you need through a wisely planned diet. Your body is quite capable of converting said precursor fatty acids into the essential fatty acids you need. Just make sure you're getting enough sources of those precursor fats, like fresh leafy greens, especially the dark ones, and add in a couple tablespoons of flaxseed several times a week, and your body is perfectly capable of converting those omega-3 precursors into DHA and other essential fatty acids. Making smart dietary choices like limiting the amount of omega-6 rich oils and trans fats that are generally found in processed foods is definitely part of that wisely planned diet I was referring to just a moment ago. Creating a wisely planned diet for yourself doesn't have to be a stressful event, because all in all, it's not really a big deal. However, if you're currently not engaged in a wisely planned dietary pattern, or you feel that you're probably not getting enough omega-3 precursors for whatever reason, or if you're just like frickin' paranoid, you can get an algae-based DHA supplement. But before you get all stoked and start megadosing yourself with DHA, just remember that DHA is highly unstable and it's easily oxidizable, which means that it can easily go rancid inside your precious meat suit and become a source of free radical damage. And that is why your body likes moderate DHA levels in the first place. The third supplement many vegans can consider taking is vitamin D. Again, low levels of vitamin D is not something that is limited only to vegans. And again, in my well-informed opinion, a lot of people are perfectly capable of making enough vitamin D in their own skin using sunshine. However, some of y'all just insist on living in latitudes above 30 degrees, and I don't understand why, but in these places, the vitamin D production triggering UV rays that are capable of penetrating our ozone layer are only around for short times of the year. Another issue that some people have is that certain genes may be switched on that impede one or more steps in the process of creating or converting vitamin D into its active form. In ideal circumstances, our bodies are pretty good at making and storing vitamin D, but hey, I mean, who the hell lives in ideal circumstances these days anyway? And before you say me, just remember that I am directly downstream of Fukushima. Hashtag, oh shit. But I digress. Vegan vitamin D3 supplements can be safely taken until your vitamin D levels return to ideal, which is generally considered to be between 20 to 60 nanograms per liter. Some people insist that we should be on the higher end, and other people insist that we should be on the lower end. But once you're within that general range, I suggest discontinuing supplementation, as too much vitamin D can cause big problems. Problems like hyperabsorption of calcium, which can result in the calcification of our soft tissues, including our hearts and kidneys, which is not a good look. Other supplements some vegans choose to take include iron, calcium, zinc, magnesium, and iodine. And these are, in my experience and from the research I've seen presented, excluding some rare cases of genetic predisposition, these supplements are unnecessary and can even be bad for health. A lot of nutrients like iron, DHA, and iodine can cause oxidative stress if their levels become too high. Other nutrients like supplemented vitamin E have actually been associated with higher all-cause mortality because isolated nutrients that are created in a lab, even if the bottle says that they come from whole foods, do not operate inside our bodies the same way as nutrients from whole foods do. So strive to get your micronutrients from a well-planned diet consisting of whole plant foods, similar to the one that I recommend, and address issues that could be preventing the absorption of certain nutrients, like consuming tea or coffee with meals, which blocks the absorption of iron and calcium, or perhaps taking in larger than necessary amounts of phytates from unsoaked beans and whole grains, which could also block the absorption of certain minerals. If you do find yourself in a confirmed state of deficiency of any one nutrient and you are unable to get your levels back up to normal through diet alone, you could have a genetic predisposition that affects absorption or utilization of specific nutrients. Or you could just be a person who doesn't have the time or doesn't want to put in the effort that it takes to have a well-planned, responsible diet, and that's totally okay. I say that without judgment. And in those cases, I don't really like saying it, but take a supplement. It's better than getting sick and blaming veganism. But just remember that supplements that contain minerals, those minerals do have the capacity to build up in your body. So be mindful that you're not megadosing. And once your levels are back to normal or your symptoms have abated, I highly suggest significantly decreasing your dose or discontinuing the supplement, at least for a certain period of time, to give your body a rest. So, when supplementing, be smart about it. More is not always better, and nutrients from whole foods are always superior to isolated nutrient supplements that are created in a lab. Eat real food, be good to yourself, and chill, because seriously, stress is an anti-nutrient. Questions and comments about supplementing on a vegan diet can go down below in the comments section. Please don't hesitate to subscribe if you want more informative, entertaining, and encouraging videos on topics like healthy lifestyle, plant-based diet, permanent weight loss, and self-care. Until next time, make better choices for yourself. No one else is gonna do it, and take really, really good care. I will see you soon.